short par 4 here, only 330 yards. The only problem is that there's OB to the right. So I got to make sure that at all costs I don't, push this thing, which is pretty easy to do when you're downwind. You have a tendency to miss it right when you're downwind. So I'm going to send this thing over the trees there and have it come back. And if I miss it left, it'll be just fine. Oh, it's right at the pin. Be good. I can't tell, but I couldn't have hit that one any better. So we'll find out. The tee is back there. Here's the green. I mean, I flew like right over this pin. I'm assuming I landed somewhere on the green and it rolled off, but this is a really good leave. Let's see if I can find my divot on this. So I don't know how or where else it could have landed, but oh, there it is. So I landed pin high. It was a pretty sweet drive. Got over these trees and landed relatively soft to only end up here. I was worried when I didn't see it that I'd be way over there somewhere. So anyways, gotta get this up and down. So try this all over again. When I was trying to talk through this last shot, the camera fell down again because of a big gust of wind. Considering keeping the film of me running after it and cursing to try to save it on, but most likely not. What I was trying to say before anyways was, if you're on an upslope like this, do not hit your 60 degree, and you need to, if you're on an upslope, you need it to run. If you take your 60 degree, you're going to turn it into like a 62 degree, or depending on the severity of the slope, 64 degree, and you're not going to get the desired run out. So take 1 or 2 clubs less, and then play with the hill and turn your 52 degree into a 56, or 56 into a 60. This one, I'm doing my 56, assuming it's going to turn into like a 58, and basically just swing with the hill and plop it up and let it run. Oh, took kind of a skanky bounce. About 4 feet, I'm going to have some work to do. It's supposed to go to the left and it bounced to the right. So I got downhill here, probably 5.5 feet. These downhillers on these type, the way the greens are especially, really going to have to hit those. Otherwise they won't hold their line. Didn't hit it hard enough to make it with much authority, but it went in. Don't feel like I can miss really. So this is hole 8. This is another 330-yard par 4, which is my kind of par 4s. This hole looks like there's less trouble than the one right here. It looks like there's room on the right, and left looks great. So if I can hit the same exact drive that I just hit, I got a good chance of making another bird. So I'm going to commit to a smaller target, give it a rip. Oh God, lost that one out to the right. I don't think there's any trouble over there, but I mean obviously there's like houses in OB, but I think I carried it, and I'm probably like somewhere like on 9's tee box or something like that. Not a good drive, figuring left was the miss. So here's my ball. I went way right. I mean I went over these houses. I mean this is more right than I thought, so I could have hit cart path or something, but the green's right up here. Pass pin high. I do have this tree to contend with, but I got a lucky break and I'm on the walk path next to a whole bunch of goose poop. So I'm gonna actually have to work a little bit of a shot into this hole to get it closed. I'm gonna guess that I'm about 65 yards. It's just this tree right here is causing a little bit of an issue. So I'm gonna kind of hood a lob wedge here and kind of just aim for the right. try to turn it. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, at least I'll be in the green. Oh my gosh, went too far. I hit it really well, but that's not going to be, it'll be chipping, which is really unfortunate because I'm putting good and I just need to give myself something. This is not going to be an easy shot. This is pretty big slope. My ball ran off the green. It's kind of like a collection area down here, but luckily I didn't go all the way down to the bottom. But I am going to have to really hit this thing high and have it land soft in order to get this thing close. Kind of shoved that, and I got away with it. It's still kind of a tough lead, but I got away with that one. I meant to land that about 4 feet farther. So about 3.5 feet here, another downhiller. I think I have to play this one right left edge almost, maybe just inside and hit it hard. And don't worry about the consequences when you come back. Because if I wishy-washy this is not going in. Alright. Well, got away with one there. We'll take the par, go in the hole 9. So hole 9 here is normally 438 yards. I don't have a tee. This one's normally 438 yards. This is one of the holes where they're redoing the tee boxes as well, so it's just behind the camera. But right in front, or the walkway where I was hitting my second shot in the 8, it's good enough to tee off on. So I'm going to tee off from here. It's playing about, I'd say 425. Slight dog leg right to left. Looks like a good golf hole. The range is on the left, so make sure you don't cook it. I think again, I'm into the wind. I think I'm going to just choke down again. Hit like a little bullet. Perfect. Alright, let's see if I can finish this 9 off strong. Okay, hole 9 here. Got 83 yards. Slightly into the wind. The flag's moving, but I don't really feel it right here. You can see the trees up there coming back towards me. I've been long with every wedge today, so I'm still going to play the yardage on this one and try to keep it under, under the wind. I kept it under the wind, I just didn't hit it hard enough. Also, the pin was in the back, so it was probably more like 92 yards. But I hit that well. Okay, got about a 25-footer here. Ugh. A little farther than what I would like it to be, obviously, but when you have one of these hot putting grounds, you feel like you can make everything. I'm sure everyone's gotten them, a few times in their lives, and it's really fun to feel like you can make every putt. In the past, if I was putting on greens that were just recently aerated like these, I might not feel very comfortable, but I think all the hard work I've been putting in the last 2 weeks is starting to pay off. So this is uphill right to left all the way. I think, it's just a matter of hitting it hard enough. I crushed it, but it's a good side, 5 under. Like I said, the goal was 6. If I get to it sooner than I expect, then I'll readjust the goals and just keep it going. It's fun. Pretty short par 5 here, just under 500 yards. There is OB down the left where all those condos are. But you look like you got all the room in the world to the right, though you might be forced to lay up if you block it right. So anyways, I want to start off nice on this side. Keep the train a-rolling. The wind has died down some, but then like right now it comes back. It's been in spurts. When it's gone, like blown, it's blown pretty hard. I've consistently had to hit a lot of shots that are into the wind off the tee today that I've had to keep really low. And this one's not going to be any different. It's just there's no point in hitting it high and letting the wind take it any which direction when you can hit a laser beam and you still get rollout. So I'll choke up on this one. Make sure I keep my spine angle through the ball. Keep it nice and low. Just like that. Alright, off to a good start. So there's a plaque right here that says 202. So obviously that's to the middle, and this tee or this pin looks like it's to the front. So I'm going to assume that I'm about 195. I am into a pretty stiff breeze right now, so I'm going to hit my 5-iron, kind of like the same way I did with that 4-iron earlier. Really nice to hit this one good. Choke down a little bit, help keep it low. That looks pretty good. Enough so? Yeah, it is. That's on the front. I'll have an eagle putt. Alright, left myself with a good lead. Virtually the same putt I just had on 9, to be honest. It's just uphill. Looks like it's right to left all the way. Yeah, I mean, it's actually not too hard of a putt. I think the key in this putt is to make sure that we hit it high enough on the line. This is a pretty big divot right here. I think this will actually affect it if I hit it. So this is a big putt to start this back line off really nice. If I can pour this in, I might be on the verge of getting to something special. Oh my gosh. Wow. You know, a lot of the other putts of that length have really snapped at the end, and then that one didn't. Oh, that would have been sweet. But I'll take the birdie though. That was a good hole. It was a good drive, good second shot, good putt. But it's a four. So most of the par 3s out here are over 190 yards, and obviously, like I said, they were doing the tee boxes, so they're not 190 yards, and they're playing really short, but like too short for me to feel very good about shooting a good score out here. So I'm going to play this par 3 in particular from the walkway that's in between some of the tees. Right where my camera is at 166 yards, so this is playing about it depends in the back. It's probably playing that yardage. The wind is coming right to left. I'm going to hit a 9-iron because obviously I think going long is really not good. So I'm going to send this out to the right, have it turn on in. It's on the upper plateau up there. Right at the pin. That might need to sit though. Oh, it's good. It looks like it's about 10 feet from where I'm at. Not 10 feet, but on the right level. My eyes weren't fooling me when I said I needed to sit. So about 35 feet, I'd say. But I hit the shot good, so I can't get mad. I just think I caught kind of a bad gust. basically, I mean, I'm sure a tour average of making this particular putt is like 3%, so if I can give it a scare, that'd be great, but a 2-putt would be just fine. Bad line. You know, it's so easy to get lazy when you have a bad line to just hit it anyway, especially on a putt that you most likely won't make. But I really didn't like that one. I was aiming too far left. Good speed though. Trickled out a little bit more than I wanted, but that's not too bad. I think I can handle that. I need to move the camera though. These putts are definitely very missable out here with the punches and punch holes and everything. But it's kind of nice, if you put a good roll on them, it's going to go in. You just got to make sure you keep your speed up. If you hit a good roll and you hit them too soft, there's a good chance it can miss. Alright, on to the next hole. I'll take that par. Now this has got to be the prettiest golf hole in the course. I love this tee shot. Just a huge forest to the left, and the green is like right split in between another forest on the right, and then in the background is like a mountain that's covered with trees. It's really pretty up here in Flagstaff. I don't know how many of you guys ever get to come up here, but it's awesome. I love it up here. This one was actually, I think, downwind. So I'm going to actually tee this one a little bit higher and kind of go bombs away. It's 510 yards. So I know it's reachable. So basically I'm going to aim right at the chute of here, and then if I draw it from there, it should be just fine. Even if I pushed it, it'll be fine too, but that's the aim point. That was a gross golf swing. I mean, I pushed it, but it drew back to where I wanted it, but I'm really trying to, I've been leaning down a lot on my swing, and then, you know, so my setup is going to be a little more stand tallish, and I'm going to get on top, but I've been pulling down, and so I'm trying to really shallow it out to kind of feel like this hand is dropping this way instead of coming out this way, and it feels kind of awkward right now, especially on the longer clubs. But I'll get it eventually. Like that one, if you overdo it, you can come right on under it and you hit the toe and it's just like a push draw, but it worked out, it's straight. So this hole, or this second shot here, I have about, right up there is a flag that said 204. I believe that pin is in the very far back, so it's probably 210, 215, but the wind is down. I'm torn in between clubs of whether to hit a 6-iron and try to nuke it, or hit a 5-iron, but like I don't know what's long over that green. It looks like it just goes down in the crap. So I'm gonna hit the 6-iron, and if I end up short, it should be just fine. I hit that well, but it went left. So we'll see if where it ended up going. Hopefully it's all right. So I definitely had the right club. I probably landed on this little slope here and had it squeeze on down. This doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's just nothing but slope and hill to land on, so that's good. Let's try to hit this toit. Do some yard work here, get rid of these little straws. Always walk up and check where you want to land it. This is just all a slope. And the nice nice part is, past the hole, it doesn't go back downhill, so you can be really, really aggressive with this. This is one of those chips that, or pitches, where you can actually feel like you can make it. So I got a good idea of where I need to land this thing. But it's basically just a basic pitch, land it into the hill, and hope it releases on up. Alright, not too bad. Got a putt. Want to do something fun here and get a little worm cam. This is about 3.5 feet. Looks like it's inside right, perhaps. I'm sure you guys can see that on the camera. Put a little bit of a line here. Oops, playing that one out too far. There we go. Looks like a pretty good line to me. Alright, moves me to 7 under for the day. Let's see how low I can go.